Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1967 Facit Privat vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Sweden, and excellent engineering was put into this. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight and align that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin. I'm going to set that around 0, and the right one around 60 to 70 or so. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. Page looks straight, but if you have a crooked page, you can just flip this paper release on the top right and then straighten it, and then just flip that back. Now you have a straight page, and that's with any typewriter. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning. It skips 1, 1.5, or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double or 1.5, just flip that switch forward 1 notch. It skips 1.5. One more, it skips 2. It's got half spaces, so on single it just skips 2 spaces, 2 half spaces, and when it's on the middle, it skips 3 half spaces, and when it's on double, it skips 4 half spaces. We're just going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the left side here. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top on the black indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. The touch on this thing is really sweet. It's got the sweet spot. It's not too light or too heavy. The print looks beautiful. It's excellent condition. Just really high quality luxury feel to it. The keys kind of like, I don't know, it's just, they're cushioned enough, but not too much to where it feels like a baby, like, you know, you're babying it. So, and it feels super reliable. Like none of these keys feel like they're going to stick on you or anything like that. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip that forward, unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Going to flip down the paper support arm for now and put the color back on black. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the right side. Smooth. Tab on the top right. This one has kind of a confusing tab set and clear. So right now we don't have any tab set, but if you want to set one single tab, you push this lever on the left side. There's a 1 on it, and it sets that one tab there. If you want to clear that tab, you flip it up. So that's just 1 tab clear. On the right side, if you flip this lever down, it's got a B on it. It sets a random number of tabs, and when I looked that up, it's just kind of confusing. It says it sets it on tabs that are frequently used. So I don't know, I'm not an English major or anything like that, but that's sets a specific number of tabs, and to clear that, you just clip. That's an all clear, so that will clear all the tabs that are set versus just a single tab like this one does. So that's how you use the tabs on these. Open the hood here. This just kind of pops down. It's got 2 prongs, all metal, high quality parts. Right now all the brand new ribbon's on the right, and it's still pulling to the right because it was originally on the left. And if you want to switch that manually, you just flip this little contraption in the front to the side, to the opposite side you want it to go to. So if you flip it to the right, it'll pull to the left. It also has an automatic reverse. When you get to the end of the ribbon, it'll pull on this on the side it needs to go to, like that, and as you're typing, it'll swap it to that side, just like that. And if you don't have an eyelet, you can tie a knot, and that usually does the trick. This is your touch control. When you have it all the way to the back, there's a minus sign there. That's less touch pressure when you hit the keys. The farther up you go to the plus sign there towards you, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. So you don't want to play with that to gauge your preference as far as touch control goes. This just snaps right back down onto those 2 springs. This button with the arrows going in each direction is the margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release, allows you to type past that block all the way to the end. And this lever on the top left is your carriage lock. When you push it down into the front, it'll swivel into the up position, and you move the carriage to the middle and it will lock in the middle. So when you have it in a case, it protects all the internal components, the escapement and whatnot. To unlock it, you just push it down and towards the back like that, and that will free up your carriage. This has a really cool carriage. It rides on a rail, which is kind of unique to portables. The Olivetti Latera 22 also rides on a rail, but this also has little ball bearings, little tiny ones inside of the rail. So it's like an extra super smooth carriage delivery. Um, I do not recommend you trying to remove the platen or this carriage from the inside of that. You could take it off from these screws on each side here and it will remove the carriage completely. But if you want to remove it from that rail, you're going to be in a world of problems because those little tiny bearings are almost impossible to get back in there. I did 3D print a design that allows you to get those back in there, but it's still not easy. I didn't have to do that on this one though. It's got a perfect carriage glide. If you pull the knob on the left side, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half space. And this one doesn't have a second option to do that. These are your carriage releases on each side behind the knob. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.